Because whether short or long. Because whether IGP commissioner or a constable or recruit. Because whether retired or in active service. Because whether you are from tribe A or tribe B. The leveling yardstick is death. We come to the same conclusion and the same determination and the same end. So when you happen to be in a position, which is a position of servantship, you have to everybody is gone. And stay true to it, and God will bring the blessing upon you because you use clear conscience to get things done, irrespective of people's mindset. Because there's nobody who can please everybody. Or Muhammad himself was never pleased in totality. But as long as you have a clear conscience and you do what is right and God is on with you, there is nobody born of a man or a woman, because they The day somebody will be capable of changing your destiny and forcing what is not the will of God to happen in your life, that day will be the day that there will be no God. But as long as there's God, nobody can determine your future but you increases my happiness to a level that, much as we wish that nobody gets sick, and for us to get that point, we want to continue to look for people who are in these situations so that we can help them, so that our happiness and our conscience and our godliness will be complete. So we came to touch base. The second reason why we are here is to come and appreciate you. And by appreciating you, I ask my colleagues, former members, to raise and clap for you first. Thank you. And why am I doing that? Please sit. The appreciation is in many forms. But let me start with the issue of complaints that we used to receive about MTTU personnel harassing people. We've been able to successfully handle this across the country. But in the case of 𝐏𝐻EMA, it's exceptional that we need to applaud you. The only challenge has been the traffic management, which at times is beyond policing. But let's keep working at it. We appreciate it. Because at times when some of us have decided that because we want to live as if we have retired, we don't use motorcade, we go our own ways, we drive our own cars, we are in the traffic, and some of you, when I see you by the roadside and the way you are conducting things in the sun, in the darkness and everything, the only thing I say to my God is that, Papa, if there's anything on the heart of this person that will make the person happy, grant it. Because if you are to stand in the sun alone with no vehicle around you for 2 hours, there you see what these wonderful human beings in service of their country go through. They stand in the sun hours on ending, and with the emissions from these vehicles around them to no protection. We need to start doing something about that immediately in terms of giving the protection to ensure that they stop inhaling the things that can cause them or give them health problems. So if they do all this and they are petty mistake one or the other, and you want to hold them to it as if they have collapsed the world, it becomes very unacceptable and unfriendly. So we salute you, and we salute you, and we'll forever be grateful. Now, another reason why we want to appreciate you is in the area of robbery. We're in 30s, uncoordinated, not divinely influenced and guided. You get up every morning and you are already stressed, disturbed before even you want to listen across the country what has happened. And the calls come left, right, center. And you ask yourself, why can we, or why should we allow the bad guys to be ahead of us? It was a dent on our image. But we pull ourselves together. And regional commanders will tell you, work with them throughout the night most of the time, and deal with the situation in a manner that when you get up in the morning, and even if you go to work at 10 o'clock, you feel satisfied because there is no mess. Everything that should have created problem, you've dealt with it. So when you get up in the morning, you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable, you feel confident to stay for a while and rest after a sleepless night than to sleep as it used to be in the past, get up in the morning, and see about 15, 20 robberies within the community, and then you are running around to clear the mess. You change the dynamics. We work throughout the night with intelligence, with operations, with visibility, and ensure that the mess is prevented, and where one or two slip through, we deal with it in accordance with law and get the people behind it and deal with them. And by that, it has changed the face of security in this country. So no more robbery at Akumono. No more robbery at Community 18. No more robbery at all the places that we used to have them within the Tema region. And the few ones that normally shows up. We thank you all, the personnel, for the dedication you have demonstrated in dealing with them and going after even the people behind them and making sure that we continue to win the hearts and minds of the people within the community. And for that, we say thank you. The next reason for appreciation, of course, the way you are behaving and the way we are working together in terms of appreciating you, you have it in a form of Ghanaian movies. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is not Chewa. And what are we appreciating you for when it comes to the elections? Every time that there is election in this country, especially by-elections, you have all forms of violence, with people at times even losing hope in the security architecture. But on our watch, and with the mainstreaming of election security within the police service and across the other security agencies under the auspices of the National Election Security Task Force, you have all seen what planning, strategy, their implementation with intentionality can bring to the fore. With all by-elections being as peaceful as if there has been no election. With district assembly elections being as peaceful as if there has been no election. With internal elections of party executives at all levels up to the election of their presidential candidates happening in a peaceful manner as if there has not been any election. If we cannot commend you for this, then I don't know what else you need to do to warrant commendation. Then now we come to the 2024 election proper. The processes with the EC has started. How wonderfully and excellently you are demonstrating competence in the face of aggression and in face of provocation. In all the studies that we've looked at, every time there is registration and transfer of votes, you see one or two people passing away because of violence related to that. But in your environment, this year across the country, there was not such a single person who lost his or her life. And secondly, too, there were about 3 instances, 4 or 5 instances where we thought that there was some element of violence, with only 2 of them being something of a higher level. That happened at Kukum in the Afro region and Kaswa in the Central East region, which is the police command there, but within the Central region, administratively, politically. And in all those, the people behind them arrested and being dealt with in accordance with law. In the case of Ahafo, we are seen looking up to a few of them to get them arrested as well. And all these cases are also being prosecuted by the Attorney General in line with our practice. So when you come to Tema, all these things have passed, all the authentications, all the little confusion here and there. You demonstrated professionalism, engaging all the parties and bringing everything to normalcy, such that there was not a single incident of violence in your community. And for that, we are grateful. So if I'm to go on, let me conclude by that aspect of my second point of appreciation by saying that I've given you part 1 and 2. So the subsequent part will come as we go forward within the context of the rest of the activities for the elections. Now, my third point is to do with the fact that if you become complacent, you lose steam, and your competencies also weakens. So much as we have achieved something good and we are being appreciated, we want to also come today to see where we need to do more, and this time around to listen to you, or to hear it from you, so that our achievement, if we got 90%, those ahead in terms of the rest of the activity, we don't want to get anything less than 90, but it should be more than 90 because we've learned the relevant lessons and we are going to improve. So we came to listen to you because we are implementing what we call bottom-up leadership approach and not top-down, where we listen and we take the information, we go and process it because it has come from you and you are on the field, you know it better, and you can tell us in a better way for us to go and also reorganize them and put it in a better strategy and get together with you and get it implemented. So that is the third reason. And the fourth one is also to come and encourage you. Encourage you to continue to be professional, so that at the end of the day, we continue to win the hearts and minds of the people. Because it is that will give us the support that we need in order to do our work well. If we lose the people, we lose our work because we are their servants. So if your master or masters aren't happy with you, how will you feel serving them? So we came to encourage you to continue to be very professional and also to continue to touch base with the communities that you serve and listen to their concerns, and let's address them. Those beyond you, bring it, listen to their concerns, and let's address them. Those beyond you, bring it to your next level, up to the regional commander. And if it is beyond the regional commander, we open ourselves for them also to deal with us. And when we do that, we'll be able to continue to carry the people with us as we go into these crucial and critical elections. And also to encourage you to say that as human beings, we are not going to be 100%. We have our own limitations, we have our own lapses, and we have things that the public are not happy with us. And if we recognize their existence, it's half the solution. We shouldn't think that we know it all. We shouldn't think that we are perfect. But what we should do is that we should rather allow ourselves to be constructively criticized and for us to pick on those constructive criticisms and use it to become better. So as we stand here, we want also to encourage you to look within yourself, to look within your teams, to look within your station as a group, your district as a group, your unit as a group, and the whole command as a group, and see the things that the public think we need to improve upon. And let's encourage ourselves and meet them in the times of their need in terms of what they want us to see done. And if we do that, you will see the benefit accruing to all of us individually and collectively as an institution and collectively as a nation. Because the country will continue to be in peace with itself. And then all of us, including our children, will be happy to live their life to the fullest to the glory of God. My fifth point. Yeah, fifth, there will be last one. That one will be half, don't worry. My fifth point is to do with the fact that leadership is tough. And it will always be. But a good leader is the one who is able to stand in defense of his people as long as they do what is right. And that is what my colleagues and I from POMA and myself as a personal pledge to you is that keep doing what is right. Keep being professional. keep living within the law, and we will have your back. And I repeat, we will have your back. Your work is so crucial, such that if you do the right thing and you don't get encouraged, if you do the right thing and you don't get supported, and you decide not to do it anymore, what will happen is that all of us will lose. Our children will lose. The institution will lose. The country will lose. And we will not let that happen, at least on our watch. So we will have your back. Just do what is right. And make sure that you have it. When we are having your back, you have what it takes to defend you and get it right. My final point, before I sit down, is to let you know that there is no single human being who can achieve anything without the support of all. And that's why we are a group as an institution. And when you look at the institutions too, anytime it comes to elections and also providing security across the country, the police alone can never do it. And we will never pretend to be the only institution for doing that. We may lead in a family of all the security agencies when it is internal, but we all the security agencies need to work together in collaboration and in partnership for the benefit of our beloved country. So as we continue to work together in partnership and cooperation with all the security agencies before the elections, and now that we are coming to the elections, that we have to work even closer and in a more cooperative way than before, I came to recommend to you that let us continue this time around beyond measure, deepen the cooperation and the partnership that we have among the other security agencies, so that together we can work and provide the peaceful, secure, orderly environment for the elections to be carried out in a manner that will meet the standard that we have been known for, being a country that is capable of holding elections in peace. And this being our 9th or thereabout elections, we can't do otherwise, but rather to make it better. So I recommend to you a cooperation and partnership with the other security agencies at a level that has never happened before. So that anytime you see a military officer, a prison officer, a fire officer, a immigration officer, a custom officer, and all the other security agencies we work with, see yourself in them. And let your feeling be that I am like him, he's my brother, she's my sister, and we work together in ensuring that we keep this country at peace with itself. So as I sit down, the pattern of listening to you will be that we don't want the situation where you raise your hand and talk, because we have seen that most of you are shy. Raising your hand to talk, only a few will end up talking. So we will come to you and we'll take notes. Now you are our lecturers and we are the students. We'll come to you and take notes in terms of your experiences on the field, in the area of welfare that we need to work on, in the area of operation that we need to do more, in the area of traffic management that we need to do more, and more importantly, in the area of the elections, the things you pick on the ground that you want us to look at and just improve upon them. So you see some commissioners, POMA members, you see them passing here. Some of you come there, others will be there, and we keep moving. And at times, some of you will come in a repeated fashion. If somebody has attended to you, I will still pass there and find out whether now you have remembered something that needs to be shared. This institution, we have said that we want it to be the best institution in this country and a reference point for the rest of Africa and beyond. It may not happen in its fullness during our time, but we are laying a foundation that nobody will be able to break. Because that foundation will be laid with the seal of God for the good of the country. That's why all the things that you see us doing is not about us. It's about the institution called Ghana Police Service, and it's about a country called Ghana. Because we want to walk out of this organization, which will happen anyway, because all shall always what? Pass. So those who think that they have position, they come into a position, and they come to possess the position, glue themselves to it. I don't know what mentality they have. The energy to glue yourself to a position, use that energy to turn around the institution and make it better than you came to find it. So that when your time comes and you are living and you look back and you see the achievement and the legacy you've left behind, you know that truly there is God. On that note, we thank you very much and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Let's shine. As a Murana perform, we are all shining officers, not the FU only. We are all shining. We go Atama, Labako, Tamarina. Omema Muraka cry. Yenam ko benyina, yamene yenam. Oya di sadenya. Obeya mausia buta nyajiti nyajidi sanya mibaye obeya mausia udida nyami beya mau yukubi nyati nyajidi sanya mibaye obeya mausia udida Nyami beyama, mese yenam ko benyina, nyami ni yenam, yene bisadenya, obeyama usiabuta, nyajiti, nyajidi, senyami beye, obeyama usiaudida, Ami beyama abesi eyawe kumama ye misi minyame obetumiayo ye obetumiayo ye nkwamo nyamimo Esa no peri ya refrewo Ye lo umo enkwamo Esa no peri ya refrewo Ya rewomo osumo Eye na donya meje yeso Yesu ya frewaje Ye mesa no peri ya refrewo Ye lo umo enkwamo Ye mesa no peri ya refrewo Ya rahomo wosumo ye na donya meje yeso Yesu ya frawa je yesu ye mitumi keke betumbe meda wase mitumi keke mitumi keke betumbe meda wase mitumi keke Adia Yesu ayo adia wa ye amaye ye tumbeme Adia Yesu ayo ama SSA yeda wase SSA yeda nasi SSA yeda nasi SSA ye nadia Yesu ayo Adia Yesu ayo Yeah, me say some people ask me say waiting they make me fine I try to tell them say Police, they make me. Hey, some people actually say, waiting, they make me fine. I got to tell them, say, police, they, I want the fire. I want the fire. I got to tell them, say, I want the fire. I want the fire. The fire. I got to tell them, say, I got to tell them, say. I say, hey, 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 hey. Ata, ata, ata. What can do? What can do? Are you motivated? Listen. We go. Atama. Labako. Tamarina. Law enforcement. Yes. Law enforcement. Yes. Law enforcement. Yes. Enforce. Yeah. Thank you. As the regional commander said, we are going to break into 5 groups. And the canopies are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Instead, you say,
sir,
yeah, take over my job now.
Madam, can me refi? Let me see, madam.
Regional commander, Tama. I think your morale, I wonder if any region can beat you to it too. This one is special morale. Let's clap for the regional commander and his team. Okay. So, as Edu took over my job and was saying, we are going to break into group 4 syndicates discussion. The POMAB members will come around to each group. And officers, this is how it will go. POMAB, IG, they are here to listen to you. This will be a home game among your people. Feel free, share your comments, ask the questions, those questions that have been bothered you, the same ones that you were discussing before we came. Please open up and ask them. They are here to listen to you. Don't keep your concerns to your chest and let us go away before you start discussing again. Then after the discussion session, we'll come back and sit together like this, where we'll take remarks from POMAB members, the regional commander, and if we are lucky, IG will say something small again before we go. And then afterwards, POMAB will serve us lunch and dine with us before we leave. Is that a good plan? Yes. So shall we quickly break into our syndicates? Edusai, Silas, please help the teams and let's go. Thank you very much.